Dolphins fans, welcome in to Dolphins Today. I am Will Scott. This morning, we told you that the Dolphins were re-signing Raheem Mostert. They have re-signed another running back since then, and it is Jeff Wilson Jr. He is re-signing with the Dolphins on a 2-year deal up to $8.2 million. He said last week that he had a lot of interest in staying in Miami. He has been brought back, as well as Raheem Mostert. Taking a look at what Wilson did with Miami in 8 games. Of course, he was acquired for a 5th-round pick at the trade deadline with the San Francisco 49ers. 92 carries with the Fins, 468 yards, averaged 4.7 yards per carry, 3 touchdowns with the Miami Dolphins. What is your one-word reaction to the move? Go down in the comments section. Let me know what is your one-word reaction to bringing Jeff Wilson Jr. back to Miami. Go down in the comments section. Let me know. Before free agency, I said I'd like to re-sign one of Mostert or Wilson and then go after a Derrick Henry, Austin Ekeler, Dalvin Cook, maybe sign Miles Sanders and have one of those star running backs be your RB1 and then Mostert or Wilson as RB2. But instead, they sign Mostert and Wilson, re-sign both those guys, as well as Salvon Ahmed. So it looks like they're just going to run it back with that room that they had last year. Now, taking a look at Jeff Wilson's overall stats from this past year, this includes his time in San Francisco as well. 176 carries, 860 yards, 4.9 yards per carry, 5 touchdowns for Jeff Wilson Jr. in 2022. And the Dolphins running back room last year ranked 26th in the NFL in rushing offense. So I'm a little bit underwhelmed by bringing pretty much everyone back from that room, but I don't hate it. I think Jeff Wilson's solid. I think Raheem Mostert's solid. Salvon Ahmed certainly showed some flashes as well. Taking a look at the moves the Dolphins have made thus far, of course, that big splash on Sunday, getting Jalen Ramsey in a trade, absolutely fleecing the Rams, giving up only a 3rd-round pick in Hunter Long. Mike White, meanwhile, you needed a backup quarterback. You took care of business there early yesterday. 2 years, up to $16 million. David Long, you needed an inside linebacker. You got one. 2 years, $11 million. That was a great value deal for the Dolphins. And then Duke Riley, one of your 5 linebacker free agents that re-signed. 2-year deal, still waiting on the full details there. And then here are the moves that the Dolphins made today. Re-signing Raheem Mostert, 2-year deal, $5.6 million. Jeff Wilson as well, 2-year deal, up to $8.2 million. And you know what I'm about to say. Whenever the Dolphins make a move, we get you guys a video. So go down, subscribe, and turn on your notifications, because if the Dolphins make a move, we're going to get you guys a video, keeping you guys in the loop about what Miami is doing during free agency. So subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. It's the best way to stay in the loop with the Miami Dolphins. Subscribe, turn on your notifications, and type Noti Gang if you have turned on your notifications. Again, the Dolphins have signed Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson Jr. We'll talk about some of the moves the Dolphins have made kind of in this free agency tracker video. Jalen Ramsey, you needed a corner. I thought maybe they'd sign a John Jones, a Jamel Dean, but instead they make the biggest splash we've seen in the past week, trading for Jalen Ramsey. So now your top 2 corners, Jalen Ramsey, Xavier Howard, really impressive deal that Chris Grier pulled off here. Taking a look at the trade details. We're 2 days after the fact, and I have no idea how the Dolphins pulled this off. The Rams getting a 3rd-round pick, which is the 3rd-round pick you acquired in the Devontae Parker trade last year, and Hunter Long. So Chris Grier basically traded Devontae Parker and Hunter Long for Jalen Ramsey. That is unbelievable, that deal the Dolphins pulled off. And you have all those young weapons for Vic Fangio. I mean, it's going to be so much better defensively for the Dolphins this year. I want to tell you about our friends over at Fume. Thanks to them for sponsoring today's show. We all have bad habits, and we certainly know how hard they can be to kick those bad habits. Our sponsor, Fume, is on a mission to accelerate humanity's breakup from the bad habits that consume far too many of us. Fume is a natural diffusive device that uses plants and behavioral science to help you trade out your negative habit for a positive one. I didn't expect much out of Fume when I got it, but the minty sensation is really powerful and really hits the back of the throat. The Journey Pack comes with 3 unique flavors for you to enjoy: maple pepper, crisp mint, and white cranberry. My personal favorite is probably white cranberry. All really, really good, though, in the Journey Pack. Fume is not a vape. It is a non-electronic device designed to transform your negative habits. The easiest way to stop a bad habit is to switch to a positive one, and Fume is designed perfectly to do just that. Head to tryfum.com/chatsports and use code ChatSports to save 10% off the Journey Pack today. That's tryfum.com/chatsports, code ChatSports to save an additional 10% on your order today. That's the link. That link is in the comments and the description of today's video. We mentioned how the Dolphins, had some different team needs. They're certainly filling those team needs. They needed a second corner. They got one in Jalen Ramsey. They also needed a backup quarterback, and they got one in Mike White. And when we first told you about this news, we said 2-year, $16 million deal. When we learned more information about it, we heard it was a 2-year deal worth up to $16 million. It's really a 2-year, $8 million deal. So I do like that value as well. I love this value. David Long signing with the Dolphins, 2 years, $11 million. That's just an outstanding deal. He's one of the better coverage inside linebackers in the National Football League. Had a career-high 86 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 5 pass breakups, 4 interceptions. The 4 interceptions last 2 seasons for David Long, 2 interceptions in 2022. Duke Riley, one of the 5 linebacker free agents you had coming into free agency. He is re-signed with the Dolphins, a 2-year deal. Still waiting on the details there. And then this was the first move they made today. Raheem Mostert re-signing with the Dolphins, a 2-year deal, $5.6 million, $2.2 million guaranteed. He was your leading rusher this past year. 181 carries, 891 yards, 4.9 yards per carry, 3 touchdowns for Raheem Mostert. I like bringing him back again. I would have loved to have gone out and gotten a Derrick Henry, an Austin Ekeler, and I think re-signing both Mostert and Wilson is going to affect their plans there. Taking a look at the running back depth chart now, you have Raheem Mostert, Jeff Wilson, and Salvon Ahmed. All those guys are free agents. All those guys have been signed. Myles Gaskin's also a free agent. But I would be really, really surprised if he is back in Miami. I do not expect him to be back. Jeff Wilson's back, though, re-signing with the Dolphins, 2-year deal up to $8.2 million. So Jeff Wilson is going to be back with the Fins. So in one day, they re-sign their top 2 running backs from last year in Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson. Grade the signings that the Dolphins have made so far. Type A, B, C, D, or F down in the comment section. Go down and let me know. Grade the signings that the Dolphins have made. And we're still on Aaron Rodgers' watch, right? And Rodgers met with the Jets 5 days ago. Anything that happens here is obviously going to affect our division, our playoff chances potentially. But Diana Rossini tweeted this out earlier today. Aaron Rodgers has provided the New York Jets with a wish list of free agents that he would like them to target and acquire. Per sources, it includes Randall Cobb, Alan Lazard, Mercedes Lewis, and Odell Beckham Jr. So one of the names on that list, Alan Lazard, is now a Jet. He is signing with the New York Jets, 4 years, $44 million. He was probably the best wide receiver still out in the market because Jacoby Myers went to Las Vegas, which was also kind of a surprise. So Alan Lazard going to the Jets. Could this mean that Aaron Rodgers is going to the Jets? Very possible. But the Jets are still waiting, and the fact that it's been 5 days since he met with the owner, the OC, the head coach, and we haven't heard anything. And maybe he's doubting. Maybe he has some doubts. I don't know. Will Aaron Rodgers be the Jets quarterback next season? Let me know, yes or no, down in the comment section. Go down, let me know. Will Aaron Rodgers be the Jets quarterback next season? Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Any move the Dolphins make, we're going to get you guys a vid So go down, subscribe to the channel right now, and turn on your notifications.